Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, for today's lesson, I'm going to read to you guys a passage from Full Blast textbook. Okay, so if you want, you can refer to your textbook page 22. Okay, let's do the discussion first. What charities are there in your countries? What does it mean by charities? Apa maksud charities? Okay, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, charities is an organisation set up to provide help and raise money for those in need. Meaning to say, maksud dia adalah organisasi yang provide help, memberikan bantuan and raise money, kumpul duit for those in need. Maksud in need adalah orang yang memerlukan. Meaning to say people who are poor, people who are in difficulties, dalam kesusahan. For example, people who lost their house because of fire, yang hilang rumah sebab kebakaran. So those kind of thing. People who are in need, this organisation help them. So that is what we call as charities. So what charities are there in your country? Do they do a good job? Have you ever done anything for charity? Now, looking back in our Malaysia, do we have any charity organisation in Malaysia? Yes, obviously, we do have organisation charities in Malaysia. An example of the organisation is, okay, looking at here, we have here Kelab Kebajikan Malaysia, Kelab Kebajikan Rakyat Malaysia, Kiwanis Down Syndrome Foundation, Malaysian Care. There are a lot more actually, so you can just search in the web. Okay, you can find a lot more charities in Malaysia. Okay, referring back to our text, let's read the title of our passage. The things people will do. So here, there's an exclamation marks here. The things, perkara-perkara orang will do, akan buat. Okay, apa perkara-perkara yang orang akan buat? So let's start the reading. Okay. There are thousands of charities and non-profit organizations around the world that help those in need. Okay, ada beribu badan kebajikan and non-profit organisation. Okay, non-profit organisation bermaksud NGO, non-governmental organisation. Okay, around the world. Non-governmental organisation adalah badan yang tak ada kaitan dengan government. Okay, dia cari income sendiri, macam tu lah lebih kurang. Kadang-kadang dapat duit daripada derma, itu non-profit organisation. Dia orang tak ada dapat untung. Profit tu untung. So tak ada untung bagi mereka. Okay, around the world that help those in need. Okay, competition is fierce and they have to think of imaginative ways to raise money. Okay, competition is fierce bermaksud strong competition. Competition yang sengit, yang hebat, yang susah, yang kuat. Okay, so pertandingan ataupun mean to say awak kena fight. Okay, they have to think of imaginative ways. Imaginative, perkara-perkara yang berfikiran kita kena ada daya imajinasi yang tinggi to raise money. Okay. A popular trend recently has been for charities to attract the help of members of societies who do all sorts of weird and wonderful activities to raise money on their behalf. So here, sometimes, a trend now, a popular trend is that charity ni menarik minat orang, menarik minat uh, member of societies, kalangan-kalangan society lah, kalangan-kalangan rakyat yang nak membantu dengan cara yang weird and wonderful activities, dengan cara-cara aktiviti yang weird, yang pelik dan juga yang menarik to raise money, untuk mengumpul dana on the behalf. Okay, on their behalf, meaning to say untuk organisasi itulah, organisasi itu. So mereka akan tarik, orang kata ajak orang-orang yang contoh macam boleh buat magic ke, untuk tarik perhatian orang menderma untuk organisasi mereka. Okay, saya sambung. People are prepared to do unusual and even extreme things for this cause. Okay, ramai orang, orang bersedia untuk membuat perkara-perkara pelik dan juga ekstrim. Okay, yang melampau. Okay, for this cause, untuk tujuan-tujuan inilah, tujuan-tujuan yang baik. Contoh untuk cancer organisation, untuk kanak-kanak Down syndrome. So mereka akan buat aktiviti kadang-kadang yang ekstrim lah. Okay, now kita baca siapa antara orang-orang yang buat perkara-perkara yang ekstrim itu. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. David Hunt, okay, who is a firefighter. Okay, apa maksud firefighter? Firefighter adalah ahli bomba lah kalau kita dalam Malaysia. Okay, firefighter, people who ahli bomba apa dalam bahasa, like bomba lah, yang pasti bomba kan. Okay, so did something of the kind, can I repeat? Okay, David Hunt, who is a firefighter, did something of the kind in 2010. So meaning to say, David Hunt ni ada buat something yang macam weird and unusual tu untuk raise money. He spent 48 hours without any food, locked in a glass box which was hanging 30 feet in the air for a crane above central London. Ini yang dia buat. Dia spend 48 hours. Dia meluangkan 48 jam, meaning to say 2 hari, 2 days, without any food, tanpa makanan, lock. Lock maksud dia terkurung, terkunci, in a glass box, dalam kotak kaca, which was hanging, yang tergantung 30 feet, 30 kaki, in the air from a crane, daripada crane above central London, di central London. Okay, kalau kita tengok gambar ni, awak nampak? Okay, this is the picture. Ini adalah, okay, my dear, this is crane. Yang ini yang kita nampak, this one yang kita panggil sebagai crane. And then hanging in a glass box. Okay, so this is the firefighter. So David Hunt. So this is the picture lah. Now kita sambung. His unusual challenge, okay, cabaran yang pelik ini was certainly not easy. Sangat pasti tidak senang, but it successfully gained a lot of attention. Tetapi ia berjaya menarik minat ramai orang, attention, perhatian. Okay, with a little help from another firefighter who was on the ground, they managed to persuade the public to support their cause by making donations that added to up to over £5,000. Okay, now looking at this word, persuade. Apa maksud persuade? Persuade means that meyakinkan. Okay, so with the help of other firefighters, meaning to say his friend, dia dapat persuade, meyakinkan public to support, menyokong, okay, their cause, tujuan mereka by making donation. Donation maksud dia apa? Derma. Okay, donation bermaksud derma. That added up to their £5,000. That added up to over £5,000. Over means lebih. £5,000 mean £5,000. Okay. Their chosen charities were the Firefighters Charity and Cancer Research UK. So, charity yang mereka pilih adalah Firefighter Charity dan juga Cancer Research UK. The dua charity yang dipilih. Okay, it is not just the young who have gone up. It is not just the young. Saya baca balik. It is not just the young who have gone up high to raise money for charity. Bukan saja orang muda. Okay, in 2009, pada tahun 2009, K. Matthew, who was 90 at the time, okay, K. Matthew masa tu umur dia 90, okay, went to Norfolk, UK to skydive from a plane 13,000 feet above the ground for a war victim charity. Apa maksud dia kat sini? Dia kata, went to Norfolk, UK, okay, pergi ke tempat ini, skydive, okay. From skydive ni maksudnya kita, saya tak pasti juga dalam bahasa Melayu, yang kita dah naik plane tu and then kita terjun. Apa tu, ada payung terjun tu kan? Okay, skydive from a plane 13,000 feet, 30 kaki atas tanah, atas daripada tanah lah, above the ground, for untuk war victims. Okay, apa maksud war victims? Mangsa-mangsa perang. Okay, mangsa-mangsa perang charity. Okay, she perempuan she raised about 3,000 pound. Okay, dia dapat mengumpul dana sebanyak 3,000 pound. Few people are brave enough to go skydiving. Okay, tak ramai orang berani untuk skydiving, let alone an elderly woman. Okay, tambahan pula jika mereka adalah nenek-nenek, perempuan tua, okay? But she loved every minute of it. Tapi dia sangat suka, sangat gembira buat benda tu, aktiviti tu. Okay, kita sambung. Others prefer to stay firmly on the ground. Okay, others. Yang tadi kita kata nenek itu dia skydive kan? So, orang lain prefer, like. Okay, sama maksud dengan like, to stay firm. Firm, apa maksud firm? Firm maksudnya sometimes maksud dia tegas, sometimes juga firm kita macam dekat situ pasti, okay, jelas dekat situ je, okay. So firm on the ground, atas tanah, dia tak nak atas on the air, so firm on the ground, but still no further away from danger, tapi tak kurang, tak jauh daripada bahaya juga, seperti Nick Lee. This one I don't know how to pronounce it. Minta maaf kalau salah pronounce Okay, a 67-year-old businessman. Okay, yang ini pun he's an old man, 67 years old, businessman who lives in Melbourne, Australia. Okay, tadi dua karakter yang ke atas, both from UK. Now we have a man, an old man from Australia. In 2010, he decided to spend 3 weeks. 3 weeks maksud dia 3 minggu. Living in a shop window with 400 deadly spiders to raise money for a children's charity. Okay, what does it mean here? Dia ni meluangkan 3 minggu hidup in a shop window. Okay, kedai yang window ada, kita boleh nampak, okay, with 400 deadly spiders. Deadly dekat sini maksud dia bahaya. Okay, spiders lah, laba-laba, to raise money, untuk mengumpul duit for a children charity. Okay, kanak-kanak punya charity. The real-life Spider-Man wasn't at all nervous as he slept among his 8-legged friends and survived the experience unharmed, raising $50,000. Okay, now, real-life Spider-Man, meaning to say, dia macam Spider-Man yang betul lah. Okay, wasn't at all nervous. Okay, apa maksud nervous? Nervous tu berdebar. Okay, as he slept, dia tidur di kalangan 8-legged friends. Okay, ini nak melambangkan sebenarnya 8-legged friends dekat sini adalah the spiders lah. Okay, 8-legged, legs. Okay, legged means kaki lah, 8 kaki. Okay, so 4 pasang kaki, friends. So meaning to say the spider. Survive the experience unharmed, tiada cedera apa-apa, raising $50,000, mengumpul sebanyak $50,000. Ini dolar Australia lah. Okay, the spiders however weren't so lucky. Dia laki, tetapi spiders, laba-laba itu tidak bernasib baik, as by the end of the challenge, a few of them had started eating each other. Maksud dia apa? Pada hujung 3 minggu tu, beberapa ekor spiders ni, dia makan satu sama lain. Okay? Now, kita sambung last paragraph. Raising money for charity is also popular with students. Okay? Juga terkenal di kalangan pelajar. Contoh macam awak lah. Okay, Allison Bishop from Middleton School in Peterborough, UK decided to do her bid for charity. Okay, her bid. Bid dekat sini adalah like gamble in a way. Tapi dekat sini kita boleh kata dia nak join sekali lah. Okay, for charity by doing a sponsored silent in March 2011. Sponsored silence means dia tak bercakap. Silence. Okay. She spent a whole school day without saying a word. So, satu hari tak bercakap apa-apa. She had to write things down in class and she wore a sign saying, please don't speak to me. Okay, dia wrote everything. Okay, dan juga menggunakan signboard, please don't speak to me. Jangan bercakap dengan saya. I'm doing a sponsored silence for the National Deaf Children's Association. So, apa maksud deaf? Deaf maksudnya pekak. So, National Deaf Children Association. It was quite difficult, but she managed to raise, she managed to raise 874 pounds. So, dia berjaya mengumpul 874 pounds. So, if we look back, if we look back at our paragraph, the first person here that did the challenge or the weird activity for charity is we have here is David Han, right? So he had collected how much money he had collected, David Han. So here David Han had done the challenge. So he had collected how many? So he had collected, let's see here, how much money he had collected again? 5,000 pounds. So over. So I just wrote over 5,000 pound. Okay, so 5,000 pound. Okay. The next one we have here. The next person that we have is K Matthew, right? Sorry. Let's start again. Okay, the next person that we have is K Matthew. Okay, how much money he had collected? He had collected over 3,000 pound. Okay. The next person, she. Okay, the next person had collected money for charity had done something for charity is this one, the Nick man, the old man there. Okay. So Nick had collected money for his preferred charity. So he had collected 50,000 Australian dollar. So 50,000, that's a lot of money, right? Okay, 50,000. Next one. So the last person that we have here is a girl, right? Allison. Okay, so Allison, she's a student and she had collected over 874 pounds. So it is interesting to see how this person are able to do something to raise money for their preferred charity. So what about you guys? Now you can refer to your textbook and do the exercise for the passage that we have read. Okay. Happy doing the exercise and thank you so much for listening.